Hi guys, so I'm going to show you how I make a body cream or a body butter for the winter. I've just emptied my pots that I've been using with the family, and so this is what we had. Mine were all finished, to be fair, so I just emptied the other ones and I put them in here. So this one is mainly for summer because you need a lighter one, but now it's winter. Autumn, winter, I want something heavier. So I have all my things here and I'm going to show you what they are. So these are just I buy creams all the time, but I always want to add something to it. So I tend to keep the pots because I know I'll want to use them later on. Um, this, these I think were from Poundland, and so is this one, and this I think from Superdrug, and that's a Waitrose. This one is like a whole selection or range. It comes with scrubs and stuff. Yeah, so that's it really, and let me just take the things out. So this is on the baby range. It's more for mummies, for the tummy or just the skin itself. It's the cocoa butter, the Palmer's one. This is £5 exactly, and I have two of them. I'll take the other stuff out. Okay, so like I said, I have two of these. I should show you the one I used during the summer months. I'll show you that one. But if I had this, I'll still use it anyway. It's just that during the summer, I don't put olive oil and I don't put coconut oil. I just leave the Palmer's cocoa butter and obviously something like that. Oh, I do put coconut oil, but I put a cheaper one, so it's not extra virgin or nothing. It's just a cheap coconut oil, and I do that just because I want a bit of oil. So this is Napolina olive oil, extra virgin always. I think this is about £2 because it's on reduced, but it's about £3 usually. And this is from KTC. It's £9. I got it for £6 currently at Sainsbury's. And yeah, I always use extra virgin organic, or I like the Boots one. I'll show you that one. And there's another one I buy as well. I don't even know where I get that from. I think it's just from Waitrose really, on the oil section. That's where that little jar comes from. I'll show you those two. And these are all from Poundland. So when I go to Poundland, I'm not going always to buy this or to buy this. I just buy whichever one they have and I think I will like. So I'm mainly buying this just to have more volume to the oil I'm making, to also have body, because it's all oil based and I want it to be a bit thick. So although I do have the coconut oil, but you just, want something else. And also scent, even though the Palmer's cocoa butter and all these give really good scent, but these as well give really good scent. So as you can see, I have a double boiler because we need to melt the coconut oil. And if it's summer, I usually don't need to melt this because it's already so liquidy from the heat. But I need to melt it over there. And in terms of quantity, again, I have a food channel, a recipe, and as you know, I don't really go on what's it called, quantities and things like that. I always cook by the eye, and that's exactly what I do. I don't think it's really important, especially with this is just a body butter, so just do what it is that you want, and especially because you would always know if you prefer something a bit more oily or not. Alright, so we can just go ahead and do this. It's pretty simple really. It's just blending everything together and put them back in the pots. So it's mainly just to give you an idea, rather than just buy this and put it over you after the shower. I mean, it's good, but it's nice just to have something that can stretch out a bit more to the family, and you also using a few of the products you like all in one go, rather than just having to stick with one or spending your time mixing them all in your palm of your hand and something like that. Okay, so this is the Waitrose, one of the other things in the range I was mentioning. I was also looking for the face oil it had. I don't know where I've put that. I might have finished it. And in it, this is the one I used during the summer. This is £6. I'm sorry, I'm talking a bit funny. I have retainers on in my mouth. Yeah, so this is really good. I'll show you what it looks, the oil. So it's a little bit lighter than this one, but it's really good. And this is the coconut oil this one is from Boots. I also like to buy it when it's on reduced. I couldn't find the other one that I use, but it's basically the same. I think that's just normal from Waitrose. Okay, so I've put the water on. Obviously there's nothing there, just water down there. And you just want to add the coconut oil. Right, so I'm only looking to fill in 7 tubs that I have. And so I won't be using all of these. I'll use about a third of this, about a third as well. Again, about a third with this. And I'll probably use 2 of these. This doesn't, the only thing that goes in the double boiler is this. Let me do that now. Okay, so it's already in there. Sorry, my flash has gone, the battery's dead. And yeah, so just let it melt. I don't think I'll be buying this KTC oil anymore. I only bought it because I saw it was reduced from £9 to £6. But it isn't as fragrant as the Boots or the normal ones you'd see in the supermarkets, like the 250-gram ones that are like £6 or so. It doesn't really have a fragrant smell. I mean, it smells okay, but it smells more of like a savory rather than sweet, which I don't like. At least it's very clear. And I think I'm going to take it off because the heat will continue to melt it. So that's it. Okay. Okay, so I just stirred until it's all dissolved. And it's not really warm. It's hardly even lukewarm. So the first thing I want to put in is the olive oil. Just fingers crossed my battery don't die. I love the smell, the look, and the feel of olive oil. So I did say I was going to go third. I think this is about enough. So not third, a little under. You know your coconut oil isn't nice if you prefer the smell of olive oil to the coconut oil. This is really, really good. And the other ones basically. So this has a seal, just take it off. And I think I'm going to go heavy with this now because we really need that scent at least to come through since it was let down with the coconut oil. Yeah, cocoa butter smells divine. Yeah, I'm going to go really heavy with this. I would put all of it, but I need to make sure it's not runny. So, well more than 2/3. Just again mix all that through. And now for the cream. But what I like to do is I'm going to leave this here for about half an hour. and then I put the cheap cream in, this one. And I think I'm going to charge my battery in the meantime. Aside from my homemade mix, these are my absolute favorite body butters. This is from Dirtworks. It's so nice. I love this. It's like my special treat because I don't really see what goodness it does aside from external goodness, if that makes sense. If you know what I mean. It smells really nice. And the last thing effect on your skin isn't that it doesn't sustain itself. It comes away quite quickly. So that's why I make my own mix. And this is Mandara Spa. Now this is a hand lotion, and that's exactly what I use it for. It's so good. So when you first put it on, it's a bit sticky, but you keep working it in and it breaks into an oil, and it's really nice. And probably lots of people know this, Happy Naturals. Just when you open this, you can smell it. I haven't used this one yet. So nice. Yep. Okay, because the KTC coconut oil annoyed me so much, I decided to melt this one that I had, the Vita one from Boots. So I just put it in the double boiler, and I'm going to add it to the one I'm already using. But as you can see, it's only a little bit. I just received my vouchers from Sainsbury's, and I'm just smiling to myself because the recipe they have on the card looks exactly like a Gambian recipe. And I have the recipes called yassa. So it's just chicken with caramelized onions, and you eat it with rice, white rice. Yeah, so, and anyway, their points this time is so good. All of this is just for you just to buy anything really. And yeah, it doesn't stop giving. And there it is again. This is so funny. Can't believe it. I should contact the customer service and ask them what recipe is this. But there's naan bread showing at the bottom, so I'm sure they're going to tell me some Indian thing. And you can see the bay leaf. With the Gambian recipe, the bay leaf is very important. So, okay, oh, by the way, I did cover this. I didn't show you that because you just don't want the fragrance being released. And can you hear it's gone a bit thicker, and it will get thicker. If I was doing this in the summer, I'll probably put it in the fridge after I'm done mixing it. I'm not going to bother doing that because by tomorrow morning I know it will be thick. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the, and I did show you, I'm just using 2. Unless it's really liquidy, I probably will put in another one, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze both of them in, and then I show you. Oh, if you want to just see how this looks. It's nice. It has this vanilla kind of a scent. It's not pure white, the color of it. Yeah, so, okay. Trying to get the flashback on, but it's not giving me the option. So I've put in one, I just put in the next one. Okay, so I'm done putting in both of them. I'm just gonna mix it now, see where we are at. And I think what I'll do is I will put it in the fridge. I was trying to be impatient and put the video up today rather than wait for tomorrow morning to show you guys that it does solidify a little bit more. But because remember, the coconut oil was not really even, so it's like really solid, and that will happen again. But you really need to mix it well before that, because you don't want little lumps in, which sometimes I do get, to be fair. Perhaps it's better if you use like a whisk, electric whisk, but I don't really do that. Okay, so I've mixed it about 30 seconds to a minute. And I am really happy with this. And I can tell you, like I said before, it will be a bit thicker than this. It will come through. Usually, like I said, I'm not going to put it in the fridge in the bowl. I'll put them in the tubs, which makes it just a little bit harder for you to mix it halfway through, just to incorporate it a bit more. But again, it's just a body cream. It's no technical things to it. So I've brought in this one because I have 7 other tubs, and I'm just thinking now that I have the empty one, it'll be fine just for me to add a bit more, maybe half to a whole bottle again. And yeah, it smells good. I just tested it. It's really nice. But imagine if you did use this actual coconut oil rather than the horrible KTC one. Better even fragrance you'll get. So yeah, because it's so thick, it takes a while to get it out the bottle. It gets so exhausted. Okay, so I'm gonna mix that one in as well. Okay, so I'm done mixing it, and I think the first thing you'll probably say is it looks much better than when you said it was fine and blah blah blah. But I actually don't like this. I much prefer the other consistency I had, because the oil is where the goodness is. As you know, this is just some cheap thing. So yeah, when you have the other one and you put in the fridge or whatever, in the morning I actually like opening it and seeing the cream, but then seeing the oil there, and you just mixing it with your hand is fun. But nonetheless, this is fine as well. And yeah, I think just the KTC has put off all my mixing strategies and stuff. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to put the video up straight away. There'll be no need to show you anything more, because you'd see the same thing. If anything, maybe it will dollop a bit heavier than this. So that's it really. Again, I'm not claiming to have made any of this. It's just me showing you a nice thing to do, like buying different really good oils and mixing them together. Because let me show. Like, you can buy things like this, the Garnier ones, which, like I said, I just love body creams and I do buy them. But I would pick this over this any day. But these are just nice to have, just like the ones I showed you in my bedroom as well. And yeah, just give it a go if you can do one day. £5, £2, £6. This is £10, but Boots, once in a while they put it down to £7. That's when I usually get it. I get about 2 to 3 of them. Yeah, okay, thank you. Let me just pop them in the pots. And just before we do that, I'll just say why I'll keep keeping these pots rather than putting it here. This would probably be a lot easier for some of you, but everyone has their own preference. And quite frankly, I love a pot rather than a bottle. I don't know why. So we're all done. It's one last look at the ingredients. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and obviously this is best used right out of the shower when you just pat dry your body. You still have some moisture going on there, still warm, and just rub it in. It's really, really fragrant and absolutely good on the skin, especially for the winter months. Thank you so much, and tell me what you think. Okay, bye.